For latest updates and short audio clips, follow us on Instagram, Reading the Author.
Hey guys, welcome back to the podcast Reading the Author, a unique show where we read authors' mind and not their book. Meanwhile, I truly believe and pray that you and your families are completely safe and healthy as well. Today we have Akanksha Agarwal ma'am with us, the author of The Secret in My Blood. Thank you so much ma'am for coming on our show. We are highly grateful कि आप हमारे शो पर आए.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
So, ma'am, before we get into the podcast and know much more about your book, about your vision and all those things, I would request you to please introduce yourself and let us know about your journey, your childhood, and basically the journey of being an author.
Sure, I would love to. Okay, so hello everyone. This is Akanksha Agarwal. I am from a city called Bareilly in Uttar Pradesh, basically the Jhumka city. My parents are doctor, and both the parents, my mother and father are doctors. My father is not there now. He was a cancer patient, and I was in a boarding school in Nainital, and since then I think I wanted to write. My father had given me a pen, and after that I couldn't stop writing. I always wrote. So yes, I've been writing since then.
Okay. So ma'am, can you share with us when was that first thought just stuck in your mind कि नहीं अब हमें अपनी book publish करवानी है?
I think it was the time when I had written 100 of them. Then I realized कि okay, अब तो बनता है, मतलब there is something that is keeping me in this line. Otherwise I would have just started and just finished at once. But yes, while I kept on writing, my dreams were just increasing day by day, and I wanted to write more and more. So I realized I think the masses should read the book. Yes.
Okay. So ma'am, as we know that the book is released and it's performing really well, I have seen on Amazon. But there must be some sort of people who haven't read it yet, and they will be just start searching after listening to this podcast. So can you share some insights like what a reader can expect from this book?
It's all about romance, and I think every person on this earth can't live without it. So romance has so many stages. All the stages have been summed up in that book, in poetry, with illustrations, and I'm sure they're going to enjoy it. And in one or the other poem, they can relate themselves. Yes.
Okay, ma'am. So it seems to be really interesting. So here comes my next question to you. Can you share what motivates you to write on this topic? It's a collection of poems, right?
Yeah.
So can you share what was your main motive or sole purpose behind writing or choosing this topic only?
Let me tell you, there was no motive, there was no purpose. I just started off. Even if I see a wall, even if I see a flower, I just write it. Okay. I mean, just seeing anything, the imagination comes and I start writing. So there's no purpose or motivation for me in writing. It just clicks. I just get something in my mind and I just pen it down, and it happens to be in form of a poetry.
Okay, that's completely what I personally can feel, that it's a God gift to you. And because not everybody is not able to write poetry, especially what I feel. Writing a story, a novel is quite easy, what I feel, as compared to poems.
I think everything is difficult. It's just that there is a time that you get and maybe you achieve. I mean, if you can pen down your thoughts, that's the best thing.
Yeah.
So I think I'm grateful to God about that.
Definitely. So, ma'am, like, can we expect more such books from you, or you want to experiment a little bit on other genre? Like, what's upcoming next? Like, what's in the pipeline now?
So I've started writing my second book. That's the Burning Syndrome. And if you want, I can tell you something about it.
Yeah, sure, ma'am.
I mean, so this book started when I was on bed. I wasn't well. I had COVID. After that, I mean, it wasn't a very serious COVID thing, but I was on bed like for 6 months. My limbs were not working, my legs and my hands. That was the negative aspect of COVID. I was in hospital. And there when I used to go for the MRI or maybe X-ray, or I had this spine test also in the ICU. I always wanted my mobile because I wanted to write something. Imagination was going on. And there was this love that was always there, while I wanted to pen down. So then I realized I think I need to form a book for that only now.
Okay.
So that'll be about me, love, plus the emotions that I have gone through, or maybe any other person who's gone through. It'll be that.
Okay. And is there, ma'am, like as you have said that there's one book in the pipeline now, but is there any sort of next 5 years plan do you have in your mind? Like after this, what will be that? Something like that?
So I think that I want to do live shows for my poetry. I am very, very positive about that and determined about that. I think in India right now, there are no live performances that are going on, and I want to do them. Like Rupi Kaur. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, ma'am, like, what I personally feel that, after talking to so many authors, like I have talked to around, you can say like 70 plus authors, what I feel from them, what I ask to them about the personal brand, then they have certain plans, certain strategies for them. So how do you see yourself as a brand? Like what sort of impact you want to create on the reader's mind? Like, let's say 2 years from now, agar koi book uthata hai ki okay, it's a book by, Akanksha ma'am, then what sort of impact or what sort of, that sudden thought, that click you want to create in their mind ki agar ma'am ki book hai to, ye book aisi hogi,
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
I think it's always going to be mushy, full of romance, maybe dejection also. It'll be always bleeding in love, I suppose. Okay. So, Akanksha means equals to love. Okay. It'll always be that. I mean, even if sometimes I write short stories also, and my characters are Anna and Chris, and it's always about love, maybe dejection, maybe romance. Every element of romance would be there in Akanksha's book.
Okay. So my next question to you of this podcast is, ma'am, like, you have been into so many interviews, you have won so many awards and all. So can you share with our listeners, like, how fame has changed your life? Like, being so much itni sari newspapers mein, yahan wahan har jagah articles mein aana, newspapers mein aana. So how does that change your life as of now?
Frankly speaking, nothing has changed. I am the same. I am a housewife. Let me tell you guys, I'm a housewife. But yes, since I've been on this platform of writing, I have become more confident. I have, I have targeted that I want to do this. I don't want to step back now. And I am very, very into Instagram. I have a lot of co-authors who are overseas and I'm friends with. I do live shows also, live sessions with them. I am active on Clubhouse also.
Okay.
So I'm enjoying it. Fame is just a part and parcel, which I'm not worried about. I just want to let my emotions out through writing, and the masses should, read it. It's just that. And I think every writer wants that. So it's kind of that.
बट मैम लाइक व्हाट आई फील, या इस आपके पॉडकास्ट को सुनने के बाद बहुत सारे लोग सोचेंगे कि बीइंग इनटू सो मच मैगजीन एंड ऑल, डज इट रियली हेल्प इन सेल्स एज वेल? Like at the end of the most of the people write just to sell their copies, just to reach to as many people as they can. So what's like aapke case mein kaisa hai? Like is it helping in your sales or personal branding and all?
I think surely it does, but till the time you don't read the thing, only seeing the cover page doesn't matter, till the time you know the worth of the person. That cover page would just change in every month.
Yeah, true.
So the worth would be only recognized when you recognize its work, his or her work. So that's why I said that's part and parcel. That fame would just go once in a while. But your work will stay forever.
Yeah. So
yes.
Yeah, just being published in different articles and not focusing on the work, won't let you go much far.
Right. I mean, you need to focus. Yes.
Okay. So ma'am, like what I personally feel that after the first lockdown was over, the numbers of writers are getting increased day by day. Like there's a numbers of hundreds of books are being published every week. Yeah. As
right.
such, the publishing has been become very easy. As you can say that Kindle publishing ho gaya, ya fir self publishing. Yeah, there are lots of other publication house as well. So
right.
What sort of competition do you feel in this industry? Like the sort of neck to neck competition, or you're someone who thinks ki creativity mein koi competition nahi hota, everyone is in their own race? Like what's your take on this?
See, there should be a competition. I agree to move forward, but you cannot competition with your mind. You cannot have competition with your mind. Whatever will come, you will write. Like for me, writing a story is different. You have to think a lot. But being a poet, I can say that whatever will come, whatever I imagine, that I can write. I can't just frame anything. I can't even think of framing anything. I don't know why, but there is this thing with me. I can't frame. Maybe I lack it, but I can't frame. Whatever comes in my mind, I just pen down. So yes, there should be competition. I mean, I completely agree. Then you feel to, show your worth in a positive manner. In a positive manner.
Basically मैम, what I personally feel, as you said कि आप ऐसे कुछ भी फ्रेम नहीं कर सकते, and that's what I feel कि आपकी जो writings होती है ना वो relatable हो पाती हैं. Because if you think कि नहीं मुझे ऐसे फ्रेम करना है ताकि लोगों को पसंद आए, masses कॉपी लो, तो कहीं ना कहीं
पसंद आ ही नहीं पाएगा.
वो लोग थोड़ा कहीं डिटैच हो जाएंगे उस चीज से.
जब तक वो दिल तक ना पहुंचे,
ट्रू
तब तक वो बेकार है.
हाँ, बिल्कुल. लोग लोग रिलेट नहीं कर पाएंगे तो फिर वो चीज रह नहीं जाएगी आपके लिखने का कोई इसमें मतलब
वो बोरिंग हो जाएंगे. हाँ. वो पन्ने ही रह जाएंगे फिर.
बिल्कुल.
वो इतिहास नहीं बन पाएगा.
So ma'am, like we have talked about your book, about your journey, about your vision and all. Now coming to your personal life, can you share with us like what was the most happiest moment of your life as of now? Like there must be many, but if you can just share one of them with us.
Yes. So as I told before, my father was a cancer patient. So being with him in his last days, I think was my happiest moments. because I have stayed with him 24 hours. I have taken care of him. You know, उनका pedicure करना, उनको clean करना, उनका ध्यान रखना. I think that is the most happiest part of my life. I have lived every second of that.
Definitely. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, ma'am. So, ma'am, like, can you share with us, like, what was the your mental state at the time when the book was about to release? Like, were you feeling stressed or, you know, nervous, excited, और आपने कुछ, you know, ऐसे such benchmark set किए थे अपने लिए कि मेरे book को इतना sale करना पड़ेगा, ऐसे as such, like, what was going in your mind?
See, so this is my first book, and I had no idea about it. I had no idea about कि कैसे क्या होगा. But I mean, I wasn't nervous. I was already on Instagram and doing good. I mean, I had co-authors who were, you know, I was gelling up with, and I was enjoying my work. So there was no nervousness in me. The only nervousness now also is that I want a good publisher. I don't want my book just to be in a stand and just, you know, sleep over. I want a good publisher, so that, you know, there is a competition in publishers. I mean, I agree to that. So I want that good publisher, so that the masses can hear my voice, can understand my emotions. Yes.
Okay. Ma'am, can you share with the listeners, like, how important is a good publisher is?
I think a good publisher is as much important as, you know, buying good fruits. I don't know why I feel that. You know, a stale thing would always, you know, put in the dustbin. It won't be heard, or it won't be eaten. So I'm not saying that a good publisher is always, you know, rank number 1. I'm not saying that. But a good publisher is who understands you, your book, and lets you fly in the market. Yes.
Okay. So, ma'am, like, you know, हम सबकी जिंदगी में कभी अप्स होते हैं, कभी डाउन्स होते हैं. So, can you share with us, like, how do you celebrate your success and how you manage your, you know, low times?
I know when success comes, it's always happiness. You know, you celebrate with friends. You want to, you know, be with your family. You know, give a toast. But when there is, you know, there are failures, I think then also we need to enjoy that failure so that we success. So I think I would agree to it that, you know, failures are one step ahead to success, and there will always be failure at the path of the success.
You know, I was reading the other day, there was a quote ki गिरता वही है जो चलना सीखता है, something like that it was. And
right.
That's so true. Okay, so ma'am, like, my last question to you of this podcast is, like, what are advices for the upcoming authors? Like, there must be many people who will start writing after listening to this podcast, or, you know, अभी भी उनके हाथ में, उनकी डायरी में उनका ड्राफ्ट होगा या उनके लैपटॉप में होगा, अभी तक उन्होंने भेजा नहीं होगा. तो अगर उनके लिए आपकी कोई एडवाइसेस हो तो what it would be?
I would just say, just be yourself. Don't underestimate yourself. You are the one who can rule the world. You are the one who can just, you can do anything. It's your pen, it's your imagination. And I think every person on this earth has his or her imagination going on, but they don't know how to, frame it. So if he or she has that, spark to write, then just be yourself and just don't worry about the consequences. Just write with your heart.
Okay, so that's all for today, guys. I hope you must have enjoyed this episode, and if you do, then do follow our podcast, Reading the Author, available on all the leading podcast platforms. And don't forget to buy and read the book. Just search on Amazon. आप Amazon पे जहाँ पे सर्च करें The Secret in My Blood, मैम की बुक आ जाएगी. ज़रूर खरीदें, पढ़ें और अपने जानने वालों के साथ, चाहने वालों के साथ ज़रूर शेयर करें. Thank you so much, ma'am, for coming on our show. It was truly an amazing experience to have you on our show today.
Thank you so much. It was amazing to talk to you and share my journey.
Pleasure, ma'am.